Press
record.
Is it on?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay.
Here we go.
Yay.
I'm so excited about this one.
Me too. What do you think? Episode 7?
Episode 7. Or wait, no, this one's going to be...
Or later.
Probably later. Let's stop.
Just, oh shoot, I hate how it doesn't stop it too. Just
Let's
not call it an episode.
Yeah, we'll just do like, say what
Here we are,
yeah.
yeah.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Hang on, let me see. Like, go up and do a... That's fine. See if you can call Patty. Chris, I forgot Chris was going to pick up the kids, but we didn't think through, like, what we do on Thursdays for pickup. It's just, like, all over the place. Every day is a different day. Logistics.
Yeah.
I'm about to record. It will handle it. Okay. All right.
Yeah, let's
So
do this
no
episode
episode
number.
number. We're just gonna say excited to be back here.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. Cool. Okay.
Here we go.
We're on.
So exciting about this one.
I know it's gonna be so fun.
I know. Okay, so what are we going to talk about?
I think we're gonna talk about motherhood.
Yay.
In general.
I know. I'm so excited about this one.
I am too. I think we have like a little bit of a path that we want to go down for this one.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good. I like it.
This one's going to be a good one. Okay, so as always, we're going to start with our top 3.
Okay. Why don't you start?
Okay, I'll start. Okay, so I recently found this spray. One of my best friends told me about it. It's called hypochlorous acid spray.
Okay, what? I have no idea.
Okay, super random. Okay, whenever I first saw it too, I was like, you put this on your face? What the heck? You spray it on your face. So basically, it's like a wound healing spray.
Oh, okay.
But it's also like an antibacterial spray.
Okay.
So I
And she
have.
puts it on her face?
So it's spray. Yeah, you spray it on your face. It like goes on like water. It also like
Okay.
doesn't smell. No, because I'm like really weird about like smells
Yes.
and like do not give me lavender.
I know.
And so I think there is one that has like a lavender spray on it. I'm like, oh my gosh,
No,
please
please no.
Please don't give that to me. But this one does not have that smell.
Okay,
It's actually smells very refreshing. But basically, it like will get rid of like all the impurities. So if you struggle with acne, so I do struggle with acne.
Okay.
Which it helps get rid of it.
Okay.
I mean, I'm in the point where like it's kind of pulling out my impurities at the
Oh,
moment,
yeah,
right? Where you have to kind of go through that
yeah.
stage. But it also helps with, I have rosacea on my cheeks.
Oh, and it helps with
And it
that?
helps with the rosacea and the redness of it.
Good.
So this has been pretty amazing.
Yeah.
I've been really
I
impressed
might
with
have
it.
to look that up.
So it's $12 on Amazon again.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, if it works for you, awesome. If it doesn't work, obviously everybody's bodies get
Totally.
it's totally different.
Yep.
What works for me may not work for you.
Yeah.
You know, all that kind of fun stuff. Okay, so my second one, I recently found these conversation cards
Okay.
that we do at dinner time.
Oh, fun.
So they are family conversation cards that will like pick out. They're color coded. So I want to say like red is school related.
Okay.
Yellow is family related.
Fun.
Another one is like random. You know, that kind of
But
thing.
they're kind of easy enough questions. Kind of
Oh my gosh.
everybody can
Yes,
answer.
everybody can answer.
Fun.
My 5-year-old can answer it too.
Yeah, yes.
So when we're sitting down at dinner, that is one of our big things. Is like when we sit down at dinner, we talk about things, right?
Okay.
So we talk about from like, what is your favorite food? What is your favorite
Yeah.
subject at school?
Okay.
If you could pick any toy to play with in our house right now, what would you play with?
Yeah,
And
fun.
then it also kind of goes into some deep questions too.
Okay.
So, which is kind of interesting. So it talks about like one of the questions is, are there any of your friends' parents that make you feel uncomfortable and why?
Oh, that's great.
So they're like, I mean, so they do have like some pretty intense.
And the way that it presents itself.
Yeah.
Like I would never think to present it in that way.
Right. Oh my
That's
goodness.
cool.
It's really interesting. So some of them are like, you know, for a 5-year-old, they're like, you know, and then they can tell you, you know, obviously they can voice say
Yes,
like,
yes.
yeah, I'm not like really, I don't really like this person, or I don't really like this person because they make me feel this way.
Yeah,
You know, to
yeah.
voice that too.
Totally.
So then that way, you know, if there's
You can
somebody.
kind of work through it.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And so, and that also opens up the opportunity to have conversations with them
Totally.
about different things too,
Yeah.
right? So especially
Yes.
like, oh my gosh, I'm really big on like, obviously talking to our children.
Yes,
That's all
yes.
the things, even
Yeah.
uncomfortable situations, because that's where you kind of like are able to nip things in the bud.
Well, and you want to be the safe place. Like
Right.
you want to be the one that
Yes.
like they come to when they're in your home.
Yeah.
For sure. So
And
I
both,
love that.
and both my husband and I are there, right? So like to say like it's okay to talk to us about
For
this.
sure,
Or
yeah.
you know, like if this is a little bit uncomfortable, like maybe like let's talk about it later. You know,
Yeah,
or pull me aside
yeah,
later, or like
yes.
maybe sit in like, you know, while we're sitting in bed, you know, going to bed, you know, going
Yeah.
at night and like how did this make you feel
Yeah.
at dinner time? Anyway.
Yeah, because
So-
I mean, we could have a whole topic of conversation on like having older kids
Oh, yeah.
and having like, you know, I mean, I love Birds and the Bees. If you don't follow
Yes.
them, like that's one of the ones I'm like thinking of that's
Yes,
coming
Birds and
out.
the Bees was
And I've
great.
always followed them, and I loved their stuff. And now that I have, you know, an 11, almost 12-year-old,
Yes.
he's like approaching those teenage years.
Yeah.
And just like the conversations we're having with him, you know, their big thing is like you talk about it,
You do.
right? And you're
Yes.
very open about it because you want to be the authority on it.
Yes.
You want to be the one they're coming to. And can I just tell you that is hard?
Oh, man.
Like it's so good, but
Yes.
it's also hard. And you know, one of my daughter, we're having these conversations with my oldest son, like puberty's about to, you know, things like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
And she asked me something the other day, and I was like, "Yep, okay, here we go. I'm
That's
gonna answer
good.
it."
Yeah,
Anyway, I
and you
know
have to
this
be
is
like
not
so
conversations.
frank, but yeah,
Yes.
the conversation cards are phenomenal.
But
it just like opens
it
up
does.
the
It's
conversation with your kids.
And you want them to come to you. You
Exactly.
want to be the one they're coming
and it's
to.
kid
about it.
friendly. I think that's another thing is like sometimes it's hard as an adult or as a parent to figure out how to word things.
Totally, I agree.
Right? To be like, okay, I don't want to like word it in a way where it's like too adulty.
Yeah, I like the way you said that one question.
And so it was amazing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so conversation cards, phenomenal.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. Again, I'll link those. My last one is we just recently I mean, this is going to be a long time ago, but we really loved our record player.
Oh, like an original.
A real record player
We do
with
not.
the vinyl.
Oh, I love this.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so if this kind of tells you a little bit about who we are too. I mean, obviously we love good live music. We love like
Yeah.
just like that vibe of like the warm, the cozy. I don't mind having a little bit of a record scratch sound a little bit here and
Okay,
there. Like
yeah.
it is. I
Fun.
love that. So yeah, so our record player. So during dinner, we'll have it playing in the background.
Fun.
One of our biggest. We love Leon Bridges. Have
Okay.
you ever heard of Leon
No.
Bridges? Oh my gosh, he's so good. He's like smooth jazz. He's like jazzy.
And this is on your record player.
On our record
so
player,
I love
yes.
it.
And so we just have it going, you know, during dinner in the background music a little bit, and then you have to like flip it over. Like you have to
Yeah.
like stop it, you
Yeah.
have to flip
Yeah.
it over, and then put it back
Yes.
on and start it again.
That's awesome. What a fun like
So-
memory too. Like I'm like thinking of like the ambiance in your kitchen or like when you're having dinner, like the music playing.
This is what we have.
I
Yeah,
love
we have
it.
we're eating dinner, we're having our conversation,
I
we're having
love it.
Leon Bridges
I love
playing
it.
in the background
I
of our
love it.
record player. If you could, that's like the vibe of our
I may
home.
need to get these conversation cards. We actually, I think it was on Christmas Eve, we took the kids out to dinner this year, and I just pulled up questions online, and we had so much fun doing them. And it was just like a would you rather. It was
Yes.
like, do you prefer the beach or the mountains? You
Yes,
know, it was
and
just like
that's-
simple questions.
Yeah.
But it was so fun to
Yes.
hear their responses. And like one was like city or country. And I kind of thought I would know the answers, and we were split down the middle, all of us.
Really?
It was shocking.
Wow.
So things like that I was like, oh, this is really fun.
Just
And
get to
it
know your kids
kept
better,
them
too.
engaged,
Yes.
you know, where we're like sitting at a nicer dinner. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't like fancy, but anyway,
Oh
I
my
love
gosh,
that. I'm gonna have to get those.
Yes, do.
And
Okay.
maybe a record player.
And a record player. Get the record player. They're so fun. They're so great.
Not our Bluetooth speaker in the kitchen.
I mean, still works, but also.
Okay, so yeah, my top three. So the ones that I wrote down for today were that I was thinking through. I have a friend that started making coffee cakes.
Oh.
And I'm not like a huge, I wouldn't say I like seek out coffee cakes. Like it's not something I'm like, oh, I love a good coffee cake.
Yeah.
Give them to me, you know.
Yeah.
But she started making them, and I'm obsessed with them. Like they are
Coffee cakes.
so good, and my kids love them.
Oh.
And so she makes them in her house.
Is this like with a crumble on the top?
It is the outside doesn't have a crumble, but it like has enough kind of
Spice.
bite like crunch to
Okay,
it.
yeah.
That it gives you like it's really good. And she actually makes a gluten-free one, which I'm not overall gluten-free. I do like gluten-free things. but it is,
It's
I
really
like
delicious.
it. I like it better than the original.
Okay.
And she's been doing some seasonal ones for different holidays. And yeah, it's been really, she has enjoyed doing it, but like I have really enjoyed them and having them in my freezer. And I limit myself, like I'll try to have one, like keep it in the freezer and have one on the weekend. So
Oh, I
anyway,
love that. Good
I'll
coffee
share
cake.
anybody local coffee cake. Okay, the other thing, a lot of people commented on this when I shared it on Instagram. And you know me and my crazy workouts. Like I love to have a good new workout. I went to a new Pilates class.
Okay.
And part of the reason I went to this new studio is because I work out with these ladies that opened it like at another the heated workout that I go to regularly. And I was like, oh, I want to go try it and just support them.
Yeah.
And they're kind of in our area. It was the hardest class. And like hard in a different way, because obviously like I go to these heated classes and they're really
You're working
hard.
out, yeah.
It's a hard workout, which is part of it. Like I'm not out of shape.
No,
Like I
right.
clearly go to these classes regularly
Yes.
where I'm doing pretty intense workouts for 50
For a long
minutes,
time,
you know,
yeah.
an hour, whatever.
But you're finding
This-
like muscles that you have not used in a minute.
The core muscles.
Oh, yeah. They get, because it's so deep. The way
It's
that-
so
it's like
deep.
the engaging of those
Yes,
Pilates classes
and
are
I've even done
crazy.
Pilates reformer classes before.
Oh, yeah.
This is called apparently an X-former Pilates
Oh,
machine, which
okay.
is like a different type
Type of-
of machine that I've never used before. I had gotten a 3-pack, and so I had to kind of do the back-to-back so they wouldn't expire. And they were all like, I can't believe you're back again. I'm like, tell me about it. Like, and it wasn't even that I couldn't walk. It was just my stomach. And like, anytime I had to like move,
it would, like,
yes,
tighten.
or
Oh
like
my
go
gosh.
from like laying down to sitting, I was like, oh, this hurts so bad. I couldn't believe how
Or like
much
you have to
it
like roll out of bed.
Yeah, I did. It was crazy. Anyway, so
Aw.
that's my other one. And
Love
then
a good Pilates.
it was great, and it's a cute studio. They're like did a really well done. Anyway, these are all local, but the other one is my favorite store here in Houston.
Okay.
She does have an online store, so you can have it shipped to you. Prickly Pear.
Oh,
Have
I
you-
remember you telling me about this.
No,
Yes.
I talk about it a lot. I'm not wearing.
Are you
should
wearing
be,
it?
I'm
Are you
not.
wearing it?
I
Oh.
should be. I normally am.
I was supposed to say, I feel like a lot of your clothes in your
They
closet
are-
every time I ask you, like, oh, where'd you find that? You're like,
Prickly
Prickly
Pear.
yeah.
It is for sure. And here's the thing about it: she's been in like kind of fashion merchandising and for a long time. It's a friend of mine that I went to high school with. Her buying
It's incredible.
is so incredible, and she doesn't have like a huge store. I mean, I wouldn't say she's just got like all these things, massive
yeah.
things, but the things that she buys are so spot on.
Yeah.
Like they are just so good. I just love her style. So that's part of the reason I've never done a subscription
Oh my
or anything
gosh.
like that,
Well, that's
even though
hard.
I do
I know,
want
that's
one.
true. Yeah.
But I do love her pieces so much that I end up going there because I usually can find something.
Right.
So anyway, that's my
And you
my
always look
number
good in
3.
it.
But, well, thank you.
I feel like you do.
Well,
I mean,
thank
it
you.
all, everything that you have, I'm like, where'd you find that? You're like, oh,
Oh,
Prickly
Prickly
Pear.
Pear.
Yeah.
I
I'm like,
do.
dang,
I
girl,
go there
that's
a lot.
Amazing.
And I've started doing it for like a lot of my events too. Like
Oh,
if I
yeah.
have, you know, some kind of special, I got an all sparkle dress. Well, I did for my recent dress up party.
Yeah.
But I went to a wedding in Charleston last fall.
Uh-huh.
And I ended up getting this like very sparkly, bright dress for it.
Oh,
I like
that's
went-
fun.
I was yeah. Everybody was like, "No, you should do it." And it was
Yeah.
one of my it was like a close family friend. So I felt like they
You
wouldn't
would do it,
It
yeah.
wasn't like, "Oh, I'm gonna like
Like a
upstage
guest
somebody,"
from
you
somewhere
know.
else, yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I love their stuff. So
Oh, that's
anyway, those are my
amazing.
3.
Love it. Okay, well, you ready to start talking
I'm
all
ready.
things
Let's do it.
motherhood?
Let's do it. Okay, so I don't know, like how do you want to start with this? The way I kind of like thought about this is we were talking about how, you know, it's all hard, right?
Yes.
Like were you a stay-at-home mom ever? Like did you ever not work when you had your kids? Or did you like I know you've had other jobs,
Yes.
but like before you became a photographer,
Yeah.
did you work?
I did.
Or did you ever not work when you had
Kind of ish. Okay, so I Paul always makes fun of me. He's like, Lauren, you tried to stay home. You tried. You tried to stay home, and it did not work out well for you. So I was a teacher.
I like this perspective.
So I taught for 2 years. I taught kindergarten and third. I ended up going back to get my master's degree. So I have a master's degree in curriculum development.
I don't know if you know this. I did not know I knew you were a teacher, but I did not know you had a master's.
I have a master's degree from Purdue University in curriculum development and learning design and technology. And so then I ended up leaving teaching. I went corporate, and I worked for Weatherford International for 4 years.
Okay.
And I did their training, and I created their training program. So it's kind of fun. So I did that, and then I had Hannah, and I worked for 1.5 years while I had her. So she was daycare, all the things. And then I kind of wanted to stay home.
Yeah.
So I got out of, and that was also at a time where Paul was getting into real estate, right?
Okay.
So I got out of my job, and then Paul kind of picked up his real estate stuff. Stayed home with Hannah, and then I started picking up a little bit more photography stuff.
So you kind of went from that.
So I kind of went to photography, but like my whole goal was like, I just really want to stay home, and photography is going to be like just like a side gig. I didn't really want it to be like anything crazy.
Like it is.
No.
This isn't what you were going for.
I know, this is why my husband's always like, Lauren, like you can't stay home. There's no way, because I don't know what it is about my personality. Like I just enjoy it. I enjoy working. I really do.
I know.
I enjoy like what I do. I really enjoy like photography and capturing moments and being with people. And so anyway, so I did, there was a stint in there probably for about like 2 years, 2 or 3 years. For sure, whenever between like my oldest and my middle, that like I was kind of home a lot more. And didn't do as much photography as I'm doing right now. But then, kind of snowballed and spiraled out of control a little bit.
I know. Well, and I think, So I left my job after when I had my son, who is my oldest, and I kind of was still doing photography on the side. So same thing, like it was definitely not my business. I would not have said like, this is what I do for my job. Like I definitely was a stay-at-home mom for that amount of time and doing photography here and there. I did a few things where it was like contract work, but overall I would say, I would consider if someone asked me, I was a stay-at-home mom, right? And then my business, and really I feel like my business was still going, but I didn't consider it a business until, several years ago. But like here was kind of my thought with this is I hear so much of like, okay, stay-at-home mom, or like this is the thing, is like I feel like we're always trying to like, I work, or I work from home, or I am a stay-at-home. Like I feel like there are all these labels on everything. And like can we just like say that all of it's hard?
Very much
it doesn't matter what you're doing. Like if you are having to get up in the morning and you are having to physically go into an office and get your kids to XYZ place, that's hard. If you're working from home and you don't necessarily have an office you're going to, but you're like being mom and you're volunteering at the school at 7 a.m. like you told me you would do the other day. Or you're like then going to this and then going to this or whatever. Or you're getting up and your job is to be mom 24/7.
That's so hard.
It's all hard. Like, can we all just like, as women and as moms, agree that like everybody is doing something hard?
Oh my gosh.
And I think we can, right? And so.
Well, and I think too, like the fact that yes, it's hard, and also I really feel like you don't have to be super mom.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's another thing that I feel like a lot of the times, especially with our society, is we have like this whole thing of like, I can do it myself, all my own, whatever. And I'm like, it's you don't have to.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Like you can have help, and that's okay. Like it's good to have I say it takes a village. You know that phrase, right?
Totally.
Well, it takes a village to raise kids. It takes a village to do, whatever, because I don't know if we kind of talked about this a little bit ago too, like back in the day, truly like thousands of years ago,
it was a village.
Yeah. I mean, people lived in villages, and they had villages to help raise kids and your life. And like, if you were sick or, you know, something fell down or something like was uneven in that balance beam, right? Your village kind of helped support you in that too.
Well, and what's interesting about this, I don't know if you know this, but like culturally, this is not, like, I think this is kind of an American culture thing. Where it isn't that. Like, where we feel like it has to be a certain, where we don't feel like we can ask for help, where we don't, like, I know, this is really crazy that I'm like pulling this out of the back of my mind, but when I had my oldest, my mom had read, like, in one of our area magazines, they wrote an article about you know, South American culture is to help the mom who has had a baby for 6 weeks.
Yes.
And like, it's weird to the point of like the mother moves in or they are there and they're feeding them and they're caring for the family, the mom, the kid, whatever you need, teaching them how to be a mom, whatever it was. And my mom read it and she was like, I'm doing that. And guess what? She did. And I feel like, especially for my first, it was huge because I didn't know what I was doing. And I did need somebody to just like make sure I was eating and like, here, let me hold the baby for a few hours. And like, I get that there are situations where you don't have a grandparent that's close. You don't have that access to you.
Luxury,
But we also need to be better as a culture of asking our community for help and accepting it.
Right.
Like saying yes when it's offered, or just saying like, I know I can't do this by myself. I need help.
Which is important. I mean, even too, like if you know like a single mom or something like that who you know they're like they struggle with, you know, trying to get kids places or whatever, to reach out and be like, hey, let me just make you a meal real quick. Or like, hey, can I, you know, let me take your kid for a second.
Simple.
Just like really small. Right, exactly. And so, or even like if you have a friend who just had a baby, like, you know, having those meal trains. I know that those are huge. But yeah, it is hard. It's hard to be a mom, a working mom, a stay-at-home mom. Like,
well, and at the end of the day, we all just want, the majority, I would say, we just want to do our best. Like, we want to do right by our kids. Like, that's why mom guilt is a real thing. Because we all want to not mess up our kids, you know, or like we all want to like be supportive of them. We all want to be there for them. And if you can look at it from that perspective, I feel like we can have a lot of like grace for each other and ourselves.
And support each other along the way, right?
That's right.
Like that is so huge too. I feel like whenever you have especially good girlfriends who support you in like all areas of life.
Totally.
Right? Who are like, you know, your biggest cheerleaders. You know, if you have like, I know I have a text chain with some of my girlfriends who, if like we're sick or something is happening, or if like we had just had like a really bad day, like, you know, you have them like, you know, sending you memes like to be like, you got this. Like,
totally.
Checking back in the next day, like, how are you feeling? Can I pick up your kid? Or, you know, that kind of thing.
Well, and if you don't have that person in your life, I think we can be that person, you know, like, because that creates the culture, the community, the people. I was actually having this conversation with a friend the other day who was pregnant, and I was really just encouraging her, like, because I think we do kind of get in our own lane. We do feel like we have to do it ourselves. My husband's traveling. She's pregnant with her fourth, and it's just a lot. Like, it's just physically a lot. And she does try to work too, and, you know, from home, but it's the same thing where it's like, it's just exhausting. And I called her the other day and I was like, what can I do for you today? Like, can I just pick up your 2-year-old, like, from school? Like, I'm already going to be there. And she was like, I'm like, just let me do it. Let me just do it. And so I will say the other thing too, and I know this is like the case in other places too, but being in public school, that's one of the really cool things that I've noticed is, you know, our village, our community, who we go to school with, physically is around us. And that has been a really, really cool thing to watch play out. And I love I love a good carpool.
Oh yeah, me too.
Like I think that's one of the things I learned. I have, obviously my kids are older now, but I really had to start doing carpools.
Yeah.
When you have like more than one kid going to different activities.
You have to.
You have to. And I think just like being able to have that community is
say like, hey,
huge.
I can go pick up your kid. We do. We have on Mondays, we have ballet bus is what our little like text chain
so
is
fun.
called.
I love that.
Yeah, so we have the ballet bus and we do. I mean, we have large cars, right? So like carry everybody.
It is an actual bus.
Yeah, I mean, truly, whenever you have like the Suburban and it like looks like a bus, and you have like all the girls like piling out in their tutus.
Gosh, that's so cute.
So yeah, we do have like a little ballet bus, little
funny.
thing that we have, going back and forth. But yeah, we do. You just do. You're able to like rely on people, and you don't get that. Like I was saying earlier, like there's no award. Like no one's gonna sit there and hand you like Mom of the Year award for trying to do everything yourself.
Right.
There just isn't.
No.
I mean, and honestly, like if you are trying to do it all yourself, like you're not being able to give your best to your children, right? So like whenever you're not your best, you can't give what you don't have. Right. So if your cup or if your, is not full, like there's nothing for you to give.
Right.
So if you are so withered away, and you're so drained and so exhausting that there's nothing else left to give, that's like when those like, I say like the mental health stuff starts to come into play, right?
Yeah.
Like the anxiety, the depression, the whatever kind of comes in, and it's like, oh my goodness, please like just try to take care of yourself and like rely on that help.
Yeah.
And I think that also too, like growing up, and I don't know if you ever grew up in this environment, was like you can do it yourself.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I know I have this willpower in me to be like, no, I can do this. I don't need anybody to help me on this.
Well, that's why I said I think it's kind of an American culture.
I think so too.
Like, can we break free of this a little
love
bit?
to.
Like,
Yeah.
I do think, honestly, I see it a lot in our generation, like of parents, of moms, like being supportive of other women, being, supportive of like what all we're doing, being more aware of it. I just think that is good. But I do think you're right. We try to do it ourselves and not ask for help.
Right.
And the other thing that's really interesting is, my train of thought just went away.
That's okay. Like you were saying, like, we do need to ask for help so much more than what we have already. I mean, just because, like motherhood in general is hard. You're gonna have kids who get sick. You're gonna have husbands who get sick. You're gonna have you who get sick, right?
I know. And again, like there are situations where like we get that parents aren't there. Like, the grandparents aren't available.
Yes.
Yeah, they're unavailable. Like I'm so blessed to have my parents as, I don't know if they live next door to me.
Oh, yes. I remember you saying this.
Know that not everybody has that situation. But we can as a community, look to.
Well, and that there are like other options. Okay, so we don't have family that live. Well, we do have family that live here. We have my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, my brother, sister-in-law, and then aunts, uncles, that kind of stuff. But my mom and dad do not live here.
Right.
My husband's mom and dad, they used to live in Katy, and then they got
Left.
out of touch.
And
live like an hour and a half away now. And so we don't really have that like true like that support system in that like someone can just like come in and like watch our kids or whatever.
Totally.
So we had to really find good babysitters.
Yeah, I know.
And then we also did because our jobs are not super consistent. There's a place here in Houston called Adventure Kids.
Oh, have y'all used it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when my kids were really little, we did. I used it a lot, especially like whenever I was going to a shoot and my husband was on his way home from a showing or something. I would have to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna drop them off for an hour here at Adventure Kids. They're gonna play. They're gonna be nurtured, whatever.
Right.
They're gonna eat. They'll be fine.
Yes.
And also like it was also very structured. So they had like a structured element to that day, right? But that was like my village. Like my village were my babysitters and Adventure Kids because like it was like that's what we had to rely on.
I I know.
especially for help. So, yeah, girl, there's just a lot in motherhood that I think, one, is just not talked about.
Totally.
Right?
Well, and I think we have to, like, it's almost, we have to, I think what I was going to say is like, people ask me all the time, how do you do everything? How do you do it all? I don't know how you do it all. I don't know how you do this, and you do this, and you do this, and it's
Yes,
like,
I get that question too.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
do you,
How-
people
yes.
ask that too?
How do you do everything?
How do you do it all? And the answer is, I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, like, look, can we all be honest with each other? Like, I don't.
I don't do it all. No.
And some days, some things are more important, and some days, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh my gosh, yes. Okay, so also
it's hard.
It
like,
is. My house is not clean.
I know!
Let me just put that out there. If you showed up to my home today, there's gonna be pajamas in the kitchen.
My
There's
house
gonna be
is clean
shoes
today,
on the
but
stairs.
I have a party tonight. That's
Oh,
the
well,
only
that's
reason
the
it's
reason why it's
clean.
clean. Okay,
I
yeah,
know.
no, there's dishes in the sink.
I
I
know.
mean, there is stuff. It looks like a bomb exploded
know.
in my house, and that's the thing. Is like my home is not impeccably put together.
No.
Like it just isn't. We live there,
Right.
We have a dog. We have a golden retriever. There's hair.
Yeah.
There's sometimes he's in a shedding phase.
Yeah, hair
There's like tufts of
everywhere.
hair everywhere, and so like I try to keep up with it,
Of
but
course.
again,
Yeah.
you can't do it all,
You
and
can't
I
do it all.
don't.
No.
You know, we have help. We
That's
have.
right.
People who, I do have, I mean, again, we're very, very, very fortunate to have like someone who comes and cleans our home
Right.
every 2 weeks to just
Right.
like do a really deep clean.
Right, exactly.
Now it only lasts about like an hour once my kids get home,
I know.
but at least it was clean for an hour, right?
I
So,
know.
but yeah, I mean, I think that's a big,
But I think that's a good reminder, because I think it's hard to see, like, when we, especially for us, like, we're in a business, or like, people see what we're doing all the time.
Yeah.
You see us on a podcast, you see that we're taking pictures, you see, like,
Yeah.
okay, what we call the highlight reel on Instagram. I do
Yeah.
try to throw in, like, real life things in there.
yeah.
Because let's be honest, there's a lot of
Oh
crazy
my
real life
gosh,
stuff too.
yes.
But I want to just keep it real. But the answer is, it may look like I'm doing everything or that I have it all together. I don't. Like,
No.
I have to choose every day, what is the priority?
Yes.
What are the things that are the most important? Okay, these are commitments I've already made, like my job, like what I have to go do to that day, but also, if I'm volunteering for something, then like that's the priority for the day. If
Yeah.
I'm, with my kids, sometimes that's just my priority that
Yes,
day, where it's
right.
like, we're home from school now and I'm not gonna work for 3 hours while we're
Right.
playing outside and I'm cooking dinner.
Yes.
Does that happen every single day? No.
Right.
But when it does, that is my priority.
Right.
And so literally that is, I think, and I think you do the same thing too,
Yeah.
where it just looks different, right? And it looks
does.
different for everybody.
It does.
Regardless of what your situation is.
That's very true.
So-
Well, and then too, we do have very supportive husbands, I would
We
say.
do, yeah,
We are
which-
very blessed in that situation, in that like our husbands are very
Yeah.
supportive to help with kids, pick up.
My
that
mom
kind of
said it
stuff,
this
too.
year. She goes, "What a good partnership." And I was like, "That's exactly what it is."
idea.
And a lot of times I say team, but
Yeah,
like
our
I
team.
really do, like, it is like, it's like I have a true partner in what I'm doing.
Yeah,
Like, not just being a
absolutely.
parent, but like when I can't be there to pick up my kids, like we were just texting my husband before
Yeah.
we went live. I was like,
Yeah.
"Can you take care of this after school,
Yeah,
transportation?"
yeah.
Because I forgot to talk to you about it earlier, and he
Yes.
was able to go do that. Anyway, but
It
you're right,
is.
we do have a very supportive,
That is, yeah.
a good support system.
It is, and it's vital. I mean, like, again, like and then I think too, being a mom, the fact that we need to, I think also too, communication is huge, right?
Yeah.
So to communicate, one, what you need,
Yeah.
right?
You said that,
Which
yeah.
is hard. I
Yeah.
mean, again, as a mom, it's hard to communicate what you need,
Totally.
and I think it's needed. I think it's important because I don't think we do that enough,
You're right.
right?
And-
we
and-
internalize a lot of it.
And sometimes that might be, I need to hire a babysitter.
Right.
Or I need you to come home early.
Yes.
So that I can leave the house for 2 hours. Or
Yes.
for us, a lot of the times we're logistically or work, but there are times that I've said, like, I just need to be by myself for a couple of hours.
Yes.
Oh
my gosh. Yes.
I need a recharge.
Yeah.
On, like, not being around kids, not being around my client, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's so great and wonderful, but it's also hard. Like you get drained from it too.
You do. And so just voicing like what you need, I think is very, very vital.
Yeah, I love that.
In being a mom, you know?
Totally.
Because if you don't, nobody will know.
That's right.
I think that's the thing too, is like we've come so far in that, like, you know, oh well, I can do this myself, but no, like tell people what you need. Like if nobody knows what you need, nobody can, like, we can't help you.
That's right. Yeah.
It's like that's how what I tell my kids all the time too. I'm like, if you don't tell me what you need or like how you're feeling, I can't help you.
Right. That's
so
right.
just tell me. Use your words.
Yeah. Well, and don't
Use your words,
expect
tell me.
someone to know what you need. Like,
oh my
if
gosh.
you're not using your full words.
Yes.
Like saying, I need, or this is the outcome I expect.
Yes.
Like, if you're not saying that and being direct, they might
not
not
know.
understand that.
Right.
They may not get that.
Well, and
so
I do
you're
that
right.
sometimes too with my husband, right? Like,
Right.
We talk about this too.
Yes.
Yeah, like, well, you know, you'll say, like, you will expect them to see or anticipate your needs, right?
Right.
And if they do, that's amazing.
Totally.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
total icing on the cake, right?
Yeah.
But the majority of the time is they don't.
Totally.
I mean, they just don't really know, right? Sometimes they do, and
Totally.
it's amazing. But if not, just voicing to say, like, listen, I need your help doing XYZ. Or like the other day, I said I did the laundry.
Uh-huh.
I need you to put this away.
Yeah.
Like, please, this is what I need. I need you to put this away.
As opposed to the laundry is done.
It's done.
And you expect them to think like, oh, that means put it away.
No.
Like they might not actually know that. Or I mean anything.
And to be honest, the laundry is still on the couch. But it is okay, because guess what? I have voiced what I did ask.
Yeah.
And I may just reiterate the facts to be like, hey, I would love if you would help me, you know, put the laundry away. Can
So
you
glad
help
I'm not
me
the
do this?
only one.
No,
The
and
laundry is really stressful.
no, because I mean, again, you don't want to be like the nagging wife to be like, you never do this, I need you to do this, blah, 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 right?
Totally.
So I think that's important too, to be like, you know, to obviously not nag, but also voice what your needs are.
For sure.
Right. Even with our friends too.
That's what I was gonna say. With anybody. I mean, it's okay to like ask for help and do that.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Anyway.
I know. Any other thoughts on motherhood? I'm sure. Okay.
There's so many things.
So here's probably what we're gonna do is we'll probably open this up on Instagram.
Yeah.
And kind of do like either an anonymous question answer kind of thing. I think that would be kind of fun.
Yeah,
especially on motherhood. To say, like, if you have any tips as from being a mom.
Totally.
There are so many amazing moms out there who have like incredible tips that I've picked up along the way. Right?
I learn from my friends all the time. I love visiting my friends that are moms and seeing how they run their house, or like just being in. Again, that's the other thing about community is like being in relationship with people and being able to see how they parent and how they discipline, and like I just love that. So I think for sure I would love to hear from other people. And
and we can be your community. We would love to be some feedback along the way, at least virtually.
Even if you don't live in our community.
That's exactly right. I know. So we would love to hear from you and see kind of what your thoughts are on being mom, and if it's hard, if it's easy, if you love it. If it's a little bit of a struggle for you, I mean,
and we do love it.
We do love it.
I should say this is not a negative. This is like I think it's good to like know when we need help. You know, like I love being a mom. It's one of the greatest things I've ever done.
Me too.
But I also think it's like having my village is also just imperative and needed. Yeah. So
I agree. I know.
Anyway.
All right.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you guys later.
Thanks for joining us.
Bye.
Hey,
that was good.
That was long.
That was a long
good.
one. Cool. We had to get all that out.
My voice.
I know. I kind of thought I was like trying to maybe we should take a second.
I know. I was like, oh, it's starting to go. I'm gonna start hacking.
I know.
Was it good?
That was a little bit of a therapy session.
Yeah.
Just to kind of get out.
I don't want it to be like I didn't want it to feel like it was negative, but hopefully.
No, I don't think so too. I don't think it is. And you never know who this is gonna reach, right? To say like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad we talked about this. And we can do.
Well, I know never want people to like, oh yeah, I'm marking it as 7, but
Should we do motherhood episode?
Sure.
Okay, let's do that.
and then we can just decide when
Yeah.
to post it. Actually, I'm off of the- Okay, we
I
did
love
it.
that.
Is it good?
Oh yeah, that was so great.
Okay.
Woo! Oh my gosh.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought. It like
It's
just.
okay. It's okay.
But it did come back. It was the one I was talking about like people always saying,
you do everything.
yeah, how do you do
How do you
it
do
all?
everything? Yeah.
Yeah, and I just don't.
No.
I mean, there are days that are like today where there's a lot and it's full and
Yeah.
having to do multiple different
Things
wear
at the same
hats, but if it's still recording us.
Oh.
We can use that.
That's so true. I know, that's so true.
The like B-roll.
Yeah.
But and like at this pasta party tonight, and everybody's like, oh, I don't know how you do it. I'm like, I take every day at a time.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes it's again like I'm mom in this day, and then
Yeah.
sometimes I have to take off the other hat and
Put on the photographer hat, business lady. Yeah. It is a lot.
yeah.
But also, like, I feel like we've set it up to where it's manageable for us. You
For
know?
sure.
Like, you don't
For
have
sure.
to necessarily, like,
Well, and I love, I
Doing
mean,
it
I
all.
didn't say this, but I love having this be like, I don't know that I would ever be able to go back to an office job.
no, me either.
Because I love being able to, I love to be able to create my own schedule. I love for it to be, like today
Yeah.
I'm going to go volunteer
Yeah.
and be at the school.
Yeah.
And tomorrow I'm gonna have to edit a bunch of pictures and catch up, but
Right.
I don't have to be in an office in my seat at 8 o'clock,
Whatever, yeah.
7:30 or whatever.
Yeah. That's how it's.
But when we work in the fall, we work. I'm not saying you don't all year long, but I'm just like I
Well,
probably worked
more
80-hour
so.
work weeks.
Yes, in
at
the
minimum
fall.
in the fall. You
Yeah.
know, where it's like what you're doing then is so concentrated.
Yeah. Versus, like, what we have, like, now.
Right. Or just like
Like,
mean-
I say our slow season, right? It's not. Even though it's not slow. I mean, it's slow, but not really. Like,